Hello and welcome to all our viewers in Nigeria and around the world to Midday News on Global Television, coming to you live from the nation's capital, Abuja. I am Ramsey Enoch. A quick reminder that Global Television is on DSTV channel 365 and Star Times 276. You can download the Global TV Nigerian mobile app for Android and iOS devices to keep track of our broadcast. The House of Representatives Committee on Customs and Excise has said it will launch an investigation into the activities of terminal operators over delay in clearance of goods at the nation's primary port, Apapa. The committee said it is unfortunate that rather than enhance revenue generation efforts of the government, terminal operators are hampering revenue generation with unnecessary delays. Deliberating creating gridlock at the ports, chairman of the committee, Leke Abijede, who spoke on behalf of the committee during an oversight visit to the Apapa Area Command of the Nigerian Customs Service, said the operators are not living to the tenets of the concession agreement they entered with the Nigerian government. In a bid to strengthen its leadership mechanism, the Labour Party has presented a true certified copy of the Supreme Court judgment that ousted Julius Abure-led executive. The delegation was led by Abia State Governor Alex Otti and Peter Obi. Godwin Sunday reports.
At the meeting, Governor Otti presented court's judgment which affirmed leadership of Senator Esther Usman. He read excerpts from the document confirming that the Supreme Court's decision upheld Senator Usman's leadership of the Labour Party.
A copy of the judgment that was just released not too long ago, signed by Honorable Justice John Okoro Enya. It's like I said, it's a 48-page document. From page 47. So by the time you finish listening to this, all the manipulations and the lies would take flight. The three issues submitted for determination, and I'm quoting, are hereby jointly resolved in favor of the appellants. And the appellants are Distinguished Senator Esther Nenade Usman and Distinguished Senator Darlington Mukocha.
Meanwhile, the party's 2023 presidential candidate, Peter Obi, expressed his satisfaction with the court's decision, urging party members to remain fearless and committed to the cause.
Do not fear anybody. So, those who feared yesterday had not done it better. Yes. We must speak when things are wrong. Yes. Nigeria is collapsing. Yes, sir. Anybody can say anything. The numbers are clear. The indices are clear. Very clear. More and more people are poorer. If you want, go to your village. The people who are begging now are no longer, there are even people who are, that are no longer people who used to feed and are begging. Even in this hotel. Every time I enter this hotel now, I see people who are telling me, Oga, I just came to Abuja, I can't go back. In this hotel. So that shows you, these are where I used to come here. People say, Oga, will you drink? Come and eat. Come and do this. Nobody's offering me anything now. They're asking me to bring something. That shows how bad it is. When you now see somebody without but telling you, I can't go back. You see, we don't enter anybody. So let us know that things are difficult, things are bad.
With the Labour Party now under new leadership, all eyes are on the party's next steps as it prepares for the upcoming elections. Godwin Sunday, reporting for Global TV News.
The Labour Party chieftain Bashir Lamidi Apapa has declared himself the acting national chairman of the Labour Party, citing a recent Supreme Court ruling as justification for his takeover. Addressing journalists at a press conference in Abuja, Apapa cited the Supreme Court judgment delivered on April 4, 2025, which he claimed validates his position. Our correspondent has the story. Bashir Lamido Apapa says the Apex Court ruling invalidates all decisions and actions taken by Barrister Julius Abure since April 4, 2023, relying on Article 14(2)(ab) of the Labour Party Constitution. Apapa asserted that as the most senior deputy national chairman, he is now constitutionally empowered to assume leadership in an acting capacity. Alongside his announcement, he named Farouk Umar Ibrahim as the acting national secretary of the party.
The decision of the Supreme Court on setting aside all judgments that recognizes the leadership of Julius Abure as national chairman. I, Alhaji Bashiru Lamidi Apapa, who is the most senior deputy national chairman of our great party, and in consonance with our party constitution's Article 14(2)(a)(b), hereby takes over the running of affairs of our great party with effect from today, Wednesday, the 9th day of April 2025, in acting a capacity, and Alhaji Farouk Umar Ibrahim as National Secretary.
Apapa also revealed that the National Working Committee, that is NWC, as constituted in 2022, will convene on Monday, April 14, 2025. At the top of the agenda is a new strategic roadmap for the party, including plans to zone the national chairmanship to the north and the secretary position to the south.
My leadership hereby call on all members of our party, the National Working Committee of our great party, as at 2022, we meet next week, inshallah, 14th of April 2025, to announce our plans, which will include zoning the position of national chairman of the party to the north and national secretary to the south. My leadership will also take proactive steps to resuscitate the moribund board of trustees and makes it more functional.
Meanwhile, a separate faction loyal to 2023 presidential candidate Peter Obi and Abia State Governor Alex Otti has convened a national executive meeting. Ramsey Enoch Agbo reporting for Global TV News. President Bola Tinubu has expressed deep sorrow over the death of Nutrition and Food Security has threatened to issue warrant of arrest on agencies over their absence at the ongoing investigation into the Actor Borrows scheme and the other policies of the federal government's agriculture programs. Chairman of the House Committee on Nutrition, Dr. Chike Okafor, and some other lawmakers who expressed dismay over the absence of a key invited agency in the agricultural sector of the nation's economy at the National Assembly said no mercy will be shown to those who disobey the committee. Here is Uyi Agwamafogwe's report.
The chairman of the House Committee, Honorable Chike Okafor, listed some of the agencies that were invited and did not honor the House Committee's invitation as Bank of Industry, Nigeria Agricultural Quarantine Service, National Agricultural Land Development Authority, National Agricultural Seed Council, and Nisal Microfinance Bank. The committee chairman, Honorable Okafor, said aside from the managing director of the Bank of Industry, who wrote to the committee to be excused from the investigation as he traveled outside the country, other agencies did not honor the House Committee's invitation and will be made to appear unfailingly before the probe panel.
We will put it on notice before the public that those agencies didn't show up. And then the next time we will invite them, we will expect that they will come. Failure to do that, we will issue bench warrant to have them to appear before us. So today we will listen to submissions from those of you who are here, agencies, stakeholders, and experts. We expect full cooperation, honest disclosures, and actionable recommendations. Accountability is not an option. It is a necessity in this case.
The House Committee had in an opening remarks stated that the investigation is not to spite any organization, rather it is to uncover the truth, identify systemic failures, and ensure that funds budgeted for food security is judiciously used.
And our other statutes authorizing and mandating your bank or your institution or your agency in its responsibilities, proof of funds received by you from federal government and other agencies or intervention schemes, name, addresses, and contact persons of relevant donor partners collaborating with you, name, addresses, and contact details of anchors who disburse funds for anchor borrowers in the case of anchor borrowers, to millions of farmers involved in either maize, rice, or wheat farming, other agricultural-related loans disbursed within the period under review. We also will want to see the list of beneficiaries according to states and geopolitical zones, terms and conditions of loans, disbursements, and support, including recovery plan, where necessary.
At the hearing, the Central Bank of Nigeria Governor Olayemi Kaidoso, who was represented by an acting director at the Central Bank of Nigeria, Kwaji John Harman, said they disbursed 1.21 trillion and 871 billion naira, among others. He noted that all commercial banks in the country received funds from the federal government on the Anchor Borrower Scheme of the previous administration.
As of 28th of February 2025, the sum of 851 billion, representing 75.89% of the total amount disbursed, has been repaid, Mr. Chairman and the committee members. Repayments under the program were through cash and or harvested produce by the beneficiaries of the loan. The breakdown is as follows. Under the association, 584.3 billion was disbursed, 403.9 billion has been recovered. We have an outstanding on the association model of 180.3 billion naira.
One of the key oversight mandates of the committee is to ensure proper implementation of intervention programs by relevant ministries, departments, and agencies of government related to food security and nutrition. Uyi Agmofwegbe, reporting for Global TV News.
The Coordinating Minister of Health and Social Welfare, Muhammadu Ali Pate, has emphasized the importance of affordable quality health care and effective risk management in Nigeria. The minister made this remark at the official launch of the Diaspora Hub app and Diaspora Health Insurance in Abuja. Queen Agaba reports.
The Coordinating Minister of Health and Social Welfare, Mohammed Ali Pate, in his unveiling speech, congratulated the African Diaspora Corporation on reaching a significant milestone and highlighted the importance of the Diaspora Hub and Health Insurance Initiative. He acknowledged the progress made in enrollment and stressed the need to maintain this momentum moving forward. The minister also pointed out the extensive potential of the Diaspora Hub across various sectors, including real estate, agriculture, and healthcare. He therefore called for increased investment and collaboration to help develop infrastructure and enhance services.
The Nigerian diaspora and the African diaspora for really looking back at home and see how we can do that and how we can accelerate access to quality healthcare for all of our people. And also the Diaspora Hub, I think I'm inspired by the many ramifications of what it can be used connecting, bridging across nations, but also back here at home, whether it's in real estate, agriculture, investments, and Sylvester mentioned the healthcare value chain, an important area that we're still working on.
What affects one affects all. Health insurance is a form of solidarity and the Diaspora Health Insurance underscores that solidarity, where what used to be known as a black tax.
Also, the Chief Executive Officer, Nigerians in Diaspora Commission, Abike Dabiri, who was represented by the Director of Technology Transfer, Investment and Housing, explained that the Diaspora Hub can bridge gaps and strengthen connections between Nigerians abroad and their homeland. He says the initiative is essential in providing accessible healthcare for the diaspora community.
It showcases the power of collaboration and innovation in addressing the needs of our diaspora community. The Diaspora Hub promises to bridge gaps and foster connections between Nigerians abroad and their homeland. This platform can unlock opportunities for economic growth, cultural exchange, and knowledge sharing. The Diaspora Health Insurance Initiative is equally exciting, addressing a critical need for accessible health care among our diaspora population.
Our primary strategy to do this is to seek ways to reverse the long-standing African brain drain to brain gain in human capital development by driving diaspora engagement and investment into the continent.
For Global Television, Queen Agaba reporting.
Benue State government has entered into agreement with Rezoni Group Limited for the promotion of production, agro-processing and value chain development. This is the outcome of the interactive engagement between technical partners and representatives of the state government. Felicity Ndere has details.
Tagged the National Food City Complex project, the initiative targets the production of various crops such as maize, cassava, rice, soybeans, and sorghum in large quantities. The project, which is to be implemented in Notukpo and Vendaika local government areas, according to investors, is targeting the cultivation of 30,000 hectares of land and construction of factories for processing and value chain addition.
Investment is strategically meant to develop and have a cultivation of 30,000 hectares field, develop 30,000 hectares irrigation field capacity, construct and commission 240 tons per day maize milling plant within 12 months, construct and commission 240 tons per day rice milling and bagging plant within 12 months.
We need to plan. We need to think forward ahead, not only for Benue, for Nigerian. And if we look at the world today all over, Ukraine and others, it affects
For the representatives of the state government, the project is a viable initiative that aligns with the vision of Governor Hyacinth Alia's administration and assured investors of the state government support for the timely implementation of the project.
This MOU that we have signed here today unlocks the potential and the opportunity for us to begin to engage technically to develop all the components of the project and make it no longer a pipe dream, but become a reality.
You are going to do it in a very secured environment where the people are very friendly. Will they also secure your properties and whatever the investment you are doing?
We expect that this business is going to bring security will be there. It's going to help the business to thrive, basically in Benue State and Nigeria at large. As a host community, we are grateful. This is a dream come true for us.
According to terms of engagement, the state government is to provide the land and infrastructure, while Rexodena Group Limited will fund and manage the project for 25 years, after which the facilities will be handed back to Benue State government.
Breast and cervical cancer remains major health threats to women in Nigeria, but medical experts say early detection and prevention can save lives. In an exclusive interview with Global Television, Imo State correspondent Amarachi Ibe, a general surgeon at the Federal Medical Teaching Hospital, Owerri, Dr. Murphy DK, outlined the causes of these cancers and ways to reduce the risk.
Dr. Dike says Breast cancer can be influenced by genetic factors, hormonal changes and lifestyle choices. He urged women to perform regular self-examinations, undergo mammograms, and seek medical attention if they notice lumps, unusual nipple discharge, or change in breast shape. On cervical cancer, Dr. Dike highlighted that the primary cause is persistent infection with the human papilloma virus (HPV), a virus transmitted through sexual contact. He advised women to undergo regular pap smear and HPV tests, receive the HPV vaccine, and practice safe sex to lower their risk.
Female that is about 20 to 26 years that has that gene has the increased tendency of having breast cancer on both breasts. Yes, it's as worse as that. And it can also predispose the woman to also have other associated cancers, like cancer of the womb, cancer of the ovary, cancer of the prostate in male, cancer of the colon in male, and some skin cancers like amelanotic type of melanoma. Okay, these are genetic predisposition factors.
Dr. Dike further emphasized that both cancers can be managed effectively if detected earlier, urging women to prioritize routine health checks and adopt healthy lifestyles.
Avoid contraceptives that can increase breast cancer, avoid alcohol consumption, avoid cigarette smoking, and then do more of exercise, and then do self-breast examination and present yourself early, because breast cancer has stages, stage 1 to stage 4. If it is gotten at stage 1 or stage 2, it can be cured. Breast cancer, emphatically speaking, is curable if it is picked early at stage 1 or stage 2.
With breast and cervical cancer ranking among the leading causes of cancer-related deaths in women, experts continue to advocate for increased awareness, regular screening, and preventive measures. In Owerri, Amarachi Ibe, reporting for Global TV News.
And from the world of business, federal government reiterates its commitment to building a strong policy and institutional framework for cotton textile garment, that's CTG, industries across the country. The Minister of State for Industry, John Owan Ona, gave this assurance during the opening section of a CTG stakeholders engagement in Abuja. Kike Lomo Okere has the details.
Minister of State for Industry, John Owan Eno, explained that the meeting is part of the Cotton Textile Garment Stakeholders Engagement Team's efforts to strengthen Nigeria's industry. While highlighting the importance of collaboration and innovation in overcoming challenges being faced in the industry, he described CTG industry as rich in heritage and potential, crucial for job creation and economic growth.
Having to call the stakeholders session, bringing, together the major stakeholders, those who are playing leadership in cotton, in textile and in garment, to see how everybody can get aligned to one direction and see how we can get results out of it. What do we hope to achieve from here? To review, the policy document, for the revitalization of the sector and to get it right and all of that. And secondly is to build consensus and agreement on an implementation roadmap, right, that can get us to revitalize the sector.
Stakeholders from CTG industry emphasized the need for a coordinated approach to leverage the sector's potential. They called to action for collaboration and industrialization, aiming to create jobs, attract investment, and integrate the entire value chain from demand to supply.
And we honestly hope and pray for him during this President Tinubu administration that there is hope for us. We are standing on this hope that by June we'll start seeing the manifestations of these discussions. For the first time, we are breaking out in sessions.
From demand to supply, cotton, textile, garments. The global benchmarks show very clearly countries like Bangladesh, Vietnam, Kenya started by importing textiles and focused on building garment factories first. As the garment sectors matured, they generated export revenue that attracted investments into local textile mills and ultimately cotton farming. This would also go into thread making, button making, all kinds of packaging, all these kind of industries.
The Minister of State further emphasized the need for shared prosperity and the role of the cotton textile garment industry in achieving its goal. Kike Lomo Okeri, Global Television News.
Now from the world of sport, Barcelona manager Hansi Flick has signed out 3 of his players for praise following their UEFA Champions League quarter-final first leg 4-0 win against Borussia Dortmund on Wednesday. Flick says the trio are terrific and very important for Barcelona team. And that's it on Global TV Midday News. A quick reminder that Global Television is on DSTV channel 365 and Star Times 276. Kindly follow us across all social media platforms now showing on your screen using our Global TV NG. You can download the Global TV Nigerian app for Android and iOS devices to keep track of our broadcast. I am Ramsey Enoch Agbo. Thank you for watching.